Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We will be breaking down UFC 281 main event, Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira at Madison Square Garden in New York. So let's get started here. This fight was made recently, just about like a week ago. Yeah, let's just get into the prediction real quick. Yeah, it should be a very close fight. It's going to be very interesting. So for Alex Pereira, he has very good stand-up. Likes to work the whole body. Lots of kicks, lots of leg kicks, body kicks, head kicks. Similar to Adesanya, but he's just more powerful, like extremely powerful. Like you can say Adesanya does have a little bit of power now, but Pereira has enough to like shut your lights out. With one punch or his left hook that he likes to use a lot. For Israel Adesanya, this is just going to be a quick recap, and then I'll go more in depth into the fight. Israel Adesanya does have good stand up, extremely technical, loves to, especially recently, loves to like leg kick, body kick, and then just circle around a little bit, try to get his opponent to do more in the fight. But uses his jab, leg kick, moves around. This is just off of recent stuff, and does have a pretty good chin. Both of these guys have some really good chins, especially Alex Pereira in the Bruno Silva fight. Chin showed really well in that fight. And Izzy, he can take quite a bit of punches, very impressively. So yeah, because for some reason Izzy, for me, it doesn't look like he has a good chin. Like if he gets hit, he's like one of those. Same thing with like Sean O'Malley. If they get hit, I get like kind of worried because I'm like, I feel like they can go out at any point. But Sean O'Malley, I think, does have a solid chin. Not that it matters in this, but I do think Izzy does have a pretty good chin. But Alex Pereira is coming off a KO win over Sean Strickland. You can't really get much from that fight. Sean was basically kind of being stupid, standing on the feet with him, but he got clipped with a good combo, left hook, put him down, finished the fight pretty quickly. And yeah, obviously this matchup does have a lot of history. This goes back to kickboxing days with Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. They fought twice. First one was a decision win, I believe, for Alex Pereira, and the second one he KO'd Izzy. In the second fight, Izzy was doing a little better than he did last time. Was getting kind of the better of Alex Pereira in the second fight until Alex Pereira did knock him out. Izzy has said that like, oh, it's in kickboxing, bigger gloves, like he's gonna do a lot better in here. So we'll see. Yeah, this should be a pretty solid fight. I am kind of worried that they'll keep this at distance a little bit because obviously you can see like the matchups here. Their height is the same. Their weight obviously will be the same. Well, Alex Pereira does cut quite a bit, but the reach, 1-inch reach advantage for Izzy, which is not very much in the scheme of things, and then very similar leg reach. So these guys match up pretty well size wise. So it should be a pretty interesting fight. Not that I've said that multiple times already, but yes. So Izzy is coming off a decision win over Jared Cannonier. Wasn't too like crazy of a fight. Nothing too like entertaining about it. I thought it was closer than what most people had it at. Yeah, I think what Jared Cannonier did in the fight could be what Alex Pereira does do in this fight that could get him a win. So during Alex Pereira's fight against Bruno Silva, Alex Pereira was working the body a lot. I think Alex Pereira should look for the clinch here. I think Izzy's going to try and do what he's been doing. Leg kick, jab, like move around a little bit more, throw a lot of feints, and then just outpoint him in the early rounds and every single round. I think he's going to try and do that with Alex Pereira, especially since their reaches are very similar. He's just going to lean back and leg kick and just run around. But I think Alex Pereira needs to go in, get a clinch. He's very good in the clinch. He has a really nice knees. In the Bruno Silva fight, he clinched up with Bruno Silva. Absolutely, like, was sticking with some really good knees. Bruno Silva kind of was, like, hunching over as the rounds went on, especially in the third round. Like, Bruno Silva was, like, hunched over, was getting really hurt with the body knees. I think that's what Alex Pereira should be doing in this fight. close the distance, make sure Izzy cannot go anywhere. His punches, knees, I think he'll be set there. I think what he should be doing, try to get the first couple rounds, first 2 or 3 rounds, so you can get Izzy to engage more, so you can get a good knockout blow on him. A lot of the times Izzy will try to outpoint guys in the early rounds and just stay content doing that. Pereira needs to take some rounds here in the early rounds, and just to force Izzy to actually like engage in some of these blows. Try to fight forward so he can get that KO for him, for Alex Pereira, and try to get Izzy out of his comfort zone, because his comfort zone is cruising around a little bit. And that's not really a diss at Izzy too, like do whatever you want with the championship, but that's just how he's been fighting recently. So yeah, force Izzy to engage by taking early rounds against him. But yeah, I think yeah. So Izzy, like I said, will probably stay at distance, being very careful with Alex Pereira's strikes. That left hook will absolutely murder someone. His knees are amazing, like super strong, super hard. Yeah, his strategy should just be what he's been using. The length of Alex Pereira is very threatening. The leg reach is very threatening. I think because Alex Pereira is pretty good at kickboxing, he's going to be throwing some more kicks, doing some more jumping knees that Izzy needs to watch out for, because they can be very dangerous to him, obviously. But yeah, he just needs to be careful of that, because Jared Cannonier, you don't really expect him to do many high kicks. Who's the guy he fought before that? Marvin Vettori, you don't expect many high kicks there. I mean, Robert Whitaker, you could see it, but just because Alex Pereira does have that length, it's going to be a little bit more threatening in this fight. So it'll be interesting to see what Izzy does here. I don't expect him to shoot for a takedown. I mean, although it would be smart, I think he's trying to prove that he's a better fighter than Alex Pereira. So maybe if we go at the third round and he's just getting his ass whipped or something on the feet, maybe he tries to shoot for a takedown just to win the fight in round 3 or something like that. But I do think I will edge this for right now to Alex Pereira. It is a very close fight. I think this could also go to a decision. But I think the goal here for Alex Pereira is to beat the crap out of, or try to do as much damage as you can to Izzy. Take those first couple rounds to force him to engage. Once you force him to engage, you have a chance to KO him again. But yeah, there's not really much to go from Izzy's side. I think his same tactic will probably work here. It's just Alex Pereira needs to get in close, make sure he doesn't run away, put him in a corner, and unload on him, knee him. I'm not too worried about Alex Pereira's cardio. I mean, this will be his first 5-round fight in the UFC. His fight against Bruno Silva was very high output, so I wasn't too, like, he was, his cardio was looking a little rough in there, but because it was a very high output, he was getting taken down and stuff like that. He was doing pretty solid in there, cardio wise. I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, I'm gonna edge this to Alex Pereira. I think his power is gonna be a big factor in this. I think Izzy's going to be a little worried about the power. I think mentally, Alex Pereira is stronger in this fight. I think Izzy was getting like very ramped up in the last press conference. Alex Pereira was speaking Portuguese. He was like he had no ideas what he was saying, and Izzy was just getting very angry at the fact that like even people even discuss him getting KO'd. He gets very emotional about it. Getting closer to the fight, you'll be able to tell like emotionally who's going to be better in this fight. If Izzy is like very emotional, just like I want to knock this guy out, like I want to get rid of him, like I have something to prove, he will get KO'd. He will rush in and he will get KO'd. But yeah, Izzy will just have to use the same strategy as he's used the last couple fights. Although the reach is very similar, like he can still do those things. Maybe not jab as much. Maybe come in real quick and jab and then leg kick and then move around. Maybe throw some high kick feints. Do stuff like that, but Pereira should be rushing in and clinching immediately. take those rounds, put some damage on Izzy's midsection, slow him down, and force him to come at him. You do that, you win the fight. I'm edging this to Alex Pereira. But yes, should be a really fun fight. These cards should be pretty stacked. U280, 281, and 282 should be really fun cards. But yeah, I also heard there might not be a Strickland on this press conference card, which would be really annoying. Strickland versus Brunson, I think, is the next fight. Some chick that I don't even know why I'm talking about Strickland that much, but Strickland, the chocolate shop lady that he visited, leaked that he's probably going to be fighting in October, so we will not see him at this press conference on the card. Hopefully he's in a different press conference so that we can watch him in. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me who you think will win. This is an early prediction, so I'm not too sure about it yet, but I kind of want to see how they act in the press conference, like mentally. Like, it seems like Alex Pereira is a very like stone-faced guy. Like, he's very serious. Doesn't take anything too personally. Izzy, it just depends how he is during the week. If he's calm and all that, I expect him to do what he's been doing. If he's very emotional and wants to KO really badly, I expect him to be a little bit more aggressive. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.